national values and principles of governance bind state organs, state officers, public officers, and all persons whenever any of them applies or interprets this constitution, enacts, applies, or interprets any law, or makes or implements public policy decisions. The national values and principles of governance encompass a range of fundamental ideals essential to the well-being and progress of our nation. They are as follows. Patriotism. Patriotism embodies the love, loyalty, and devotion to one's country. As Kenyans, it is our duty to express love for our motherland by fulfilling responsibilities such as paying taxes, safeguarding our national resources, and diligently contributing to the development of Kenya. And also taking pride in our brand Kenya and being committed to preserving its identity and character. National unity. One Kenya, one people, one destiny. National unity embodies the intentional collaboration towards shared national goals. It's about prioritizing common interests over individual differences and working together as a cohesive team to address the challenges faced by Kenya. Ultimately, national unity is a conscious decision to allow what binds us together to take priority over what sets us apart. Sharing and devolution of power. Devolution is the decentralization of political power, financial or fiscal, administrative, and service delivery as per Article 174 of the Constitution. It combines self and shared governance at the country and national levels. Rule of law. Rule of law embodies a legal maxim which states that no person is above the law and no one can be punished by the law except for a breach of the law. We must all observe the law for an orderly society. Rule of law is adhered to when individuals, persons, and governments submit to obey and be regulated by law. Democracy and participation of the people. According to Article 1 of the Constitution, it states that all sovereign power is vested on the people of Kenya. Kenyans exercise it through contesting for elective offices, registering to vote, being informed on issues and policies, scrutinizing candidates and political parties, maintaining peace during elections, debating issues, attending community or civic meetings for sensitization, being members of private, public, and voluntary organizations, paying taxes, protesting, and petitioning of the government. Human dignity. Human dignity signifies that a human being or a group is entitled to sense of self-respect and self-worth, physical and psychological integrity and empowerment. Every person has inherent dignity and the right to have that dignity respected and protected according to Article 28 of the Constitution. Equity. This is the quality of being fair and impartial. Equity is a concept derived from social justice. It represents a belief that there are some things which people should have, basic needs that should be fulfilled, burdens and rewards should not be spread too divergently across the community, and that policy should be directed with impartiality, fairness, and justice towards these ends. Social justice. Huduma bora ni haki yako. This is the fairness in the service delivery, distribution of wealth, opportunities, and privileges within a society by the government. It's the way in which human rights are manifested in the everyday lives of people at every level of society. Inclusiveness. Inclusiveness is the quality of including all sections of society such as gender, ethnic class, religion, race, geographical, disability, or even generational differences. It evokes a sense of belonging, feeling respected and valued for who one is. Equality. This is the state of being equal, especially in status, rights, or opportunities. It includes equal rights under the law such as security, voting, freedom of speech, access to education, healthcare, and other social securities. Human rights. These are inherent entitlements to human beings. They are universal and inalienable as they belong all. They include the political and civil rights to life, freedom of expression, social and economic rights, rights to health, housing, free from hunger, social security, education, the right to development and self-determination, and group or solidarity rights, clean environment, and peace. Non-discrimination. This is the fair and unprejudiced treatment of different categories of people, notwithstanding their diversity such as gender, ethnic, class, religion, race, geographical, disability, or even generational differences. Protection of the marginalized. Marginalization is a process through which a minority or subgroup is excluded by the government or other larger groups and its rights ignored. Equalization Fund, Uwezo Funds, AGPO are some of the key initiatives in Kenya to address this issue of marginalization. Good governance. This is the process by which decisions are made through consultation and implemented to ensure appropriate management of public resources and affairs. Regular general elections in Kenya are a strategy to promote good governance, the process of collective decision-making and the implementation of those decisions. Integrity. Integrity is the qualifications of being honest and having strong moral principles. It is generally a personal choice to hold oneself to consistent moral and ethical standards. The honesty and truthfulness of one's action in regard to the motivation for one's action. It's a strict adherence to a moral code reflected in transparency, honesty, and complete harmony in what one thinks, says, and does. Transparency and accountability. Transparency is the openness or lack of hidden agendas. It is operating in clarity such a way that is easy for others to see what actions are performed. Accountability is the assumption of responsibility to Kenyans for actions taken, about being able to explain, clarify, and justify actions. Sustainable development. This is the process towards economic development that is conducted without depletion of natural resources. It's being mindful of the environment through afforestation, reforestation, control of population increase, recycling, reduction of water consumption, reduction on the use of electricity, and use of rechargeable batteries. All Special Economic Zones Authority staff and stakeholders should adhere to the national values and principles of governance as they execute their duties and obligations respectively to the nation.